Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Let's go to the northern part, northeast, actually to Kupiansk, and I think we're gonna review the tactical map. Let's review this one. We have Kupiansk, we have Kharkiv region. That's the only part of the Kharkiv region that is still occupied by the Russian forces, and as you can see, Ukrainian forces didn't cross the river over here. We crossed it here in the woods, but we didn't go through this territory. And here we have the border of Lugansk region. The fighting was ongoing for Novoalexeyevsk for several days, and now it's been confirmed that it was taken by Ukrainian forces. But Russia went on the counterattack to Stelmankhivka, and they also were able to build the barricades and defense lines in the Svatove city itself. Also, there is the river ongoing through the city, which make it difficult task for Ukrainian forces to take the city. They offend with 144th Brigade, and the 4th Army is behind in Svatove city. And from what I can see, maybe we are in lack of resources to go to that city for now, and also we need to cross the river over here. Partially we crossed it, but still lots of job to do, my friends. However, we are very close to Svatove. Also, as you can see, Russia has still reserves behind them, and they keep some of the battalions on the south as well. And from this area, let's go to Bakhmut, my friends, because Russia still tries to attack that city. They do not just attack Bakhmut, but also Soledar and Bakhmutsk village. There is the Akhmat, the battalion of Kadyrovites, and recently they were not very successful there. The last time they took the part of the Bakhmutsk village was, I think, 2 months ago. And here is their main vector. My friends, today I saw some of the footages from the front lines, from the drones, and I would say that Russia lost quite a lot of forces. Bodies are just lying on the fields. Russians doesn't care about their fallen soldiers, and that create the risk of some disease in that area. And recently Russians were able to move to Opatna over here. They partially took this village, and as you can see, there is the road that is going to Bakhmut city itself. So they are taking this road, and it's the great risk for our forces because, my friends, as you can see, there is the river ongoing through the city, and here they already crossed it in this way, and they may take this road to go to the city. But we created the defense lines. Those are very strong. We have reinforcements also on the south, on the north part in Bakhmut itself. That is why it's very hard task for Russia to take Bakhmut city, and they are losing lots of the forces. But still, it seems like their political goal is to take that city. And before we continue, let me tell you about the long-term partner of my channel. The sponsor of today's video is Atlas VPN. You know what, my friends? Atlas VPN have decided to extend their Halloween crazy discount. So now you can steal Black Friday deal and get Atlas VPN Premium for just $170 per month plus 6 months extra with a 30-day money-back guarantee. It is the best Atlas VPN offer of this year. Just be aware the offer is time limited and available with my personal link in the video description below. So why do I use the Atlas VPN? First of all, I do care about my security because Atlas VPN has a special design data breach monitoring system. If I have the Atlas VPN warning, then someone tries to reach my device, I switch off the public Wi-Fi. Also, Atlas VPN uses the military standard protocols to secure your data, and they put firewalls to the government control annoying ads and hackers. Also, Atlas VPN themselves are unaware of what data is on your device. Basically, they are protecting it without access to your data. Atlas also has awesome feature of the multiple devices support from the single account, so I use Atlas VPN on my iPhone, laptop and iPad. I always keep it on to make sure that my devices are protected. Then I have some free time, I would like to watch my favorite series on the Netflix platform, so not only Atlas VPN gives me the permission to access any kind of series in my country which are blocked or not blocked, but it gives me fantastic streaming speed speed. Basically, there are no any changes in that parameter, whether Atlas VPN on or off. My friends, it was a game changer for me because before I tried many VPNs and this one is the fastest. So don't forget to steal Black Friday deal and get the Atlas VPN Premium for $170 per month plus 6 months extra with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And for that, please check out my personal link in the video description just below. Atlas VPN helps a lot to support my channel and also Ukrainian people. So Atlas VPN, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. If we move to the Donetsk city itself, you see how Russia tries to reach the nearby villages, city suburbs, and recently they got some of the success in Marinka and Opitne. However, we pushed them away from Vodene. So they failed here in Vodene, but successfully took the Opitne village, and they already reported it to the Russian military command, and they reported to their propaganda media. They say that finally we took Opitne, but it's just temporary success of the Russian army. You know, one small village here doesn't matter. There are lots of the villages, lots of the roads that our army still protects. And here is the border. I'll show you. This is the border, how far they moved from the beginning of the war. So this part they took from the 24th of the February, just Pisky, Opitne, part of the Marinka over here. Not a huge success for the Russian army over here, because Ukrainian army was able to build its defense for a very long time, many years, and for Russia it's the hardest place where they can attack, but still they perform attacks here. And I would say it's the profitable that Ukrainian army defending here, because we cause more losses for the Russian army in case we would attack them, because they also build their defense lines. And you know, urban fighting in Donetsk, we're gonna try to avoid it and cause Russians to retreat from this big place. How can we do it? Well, there are some ways. The main thing is to get supplies for Russia, and that is what we are doing right now with the help of the Western-made rocket artillery systems, especially HIMARS. Near to Donetsk, Russia also tries to attack Novomykhailivka, but unsuccessfully, and Ukrainian forces keep that village. And also they attack near to Vuhledar, to Pavlivka. They lost around 300 men at first, and with the second attack also they got losses, but the second attack was more successful and they took part of the village. In my latest video I showed you the fighting in that particular village, and we use artillery systems to cause Russia to withdraw, and for now we cannot be sure whether they take at least the part of that village for sure. Right, here's some direction. We are controlling this river bay over here, and we try to reach Russian positions in the south, but so far unsuccessfully. And today it's the first time that Russia used rockets to target Kherson city, so we don't know what they target. Our officials say about the humanitarian hotspot, but I'm not sure, because it was really the dark smoke coming as from the factory or from the ammunition depot. So we're gonna see it in the future, but I think that information is classified. Still, Russia keeps, as you can see, lots of the forces on that shore. Obviously, if we would just cut the dam, it would be flooded over here and Russia would lose every forces. But for us, it's going to be very hard to cross the Dnieper River in that case, and also it will bring the devastations to our villages and small towns, so we're not gonna do it in that case. From what I can say, they even put their battalion in the sand pit of Oleshki. It's kind of interesting. So we're gonna see how situation develops here. From what I can say, that without those bridges, my friends, it would be very hard for Ukrainian army to cross the Dnieper River, especially if Russians keep their forces on that shore. Alright, to some of the news and events, Russia published that court of Netherlands say that Ukrainian side is guilty in drowning the MH17. I think that Russia already lives in parallel reality, because the court verdict was that Russian side was guilty, and they say in their media that Ukraine was guilty. It's just crazy, but their citizens would believe in that shit. The Prime Minister of UK, the new one, Rishi Sunak, attended Kiev today, and he met President Zelensky. They went to Mikhailivsky Square, where you may find some of the tanks, armored vehicles that were destroyed, and obviously we'll have some more help that was announced today by the British side, humanitarian one and military. We'll have more air defense systems, I think the small ones, to fight against the Iranian-made Shahid drones. So it's the great thing that we still keep support of UK, our partner. With the new prime minister, I think the main direction will not be changed. And this is the video from Kherson. So something is on fire, really big, maybe oil reservoirs or something, gas station, I don't know, ammunition depots. So Russia hit today Kherson for the first time after retreatment. Absolutely huge fire sparked today in Russian Federation. The gas pipeline somehow got damaged and burst into flames. It happened very near to St. Petersburg, and this pipeline was used to deliver the gas to the Nord Stream. Nord Stream was damaged, and just recently Swedish intelligence say that it was deliberate action on that pipeline, so sabotage act is confirmed, and we don't know what happened today with this pipeline near to St. Petersburg. And after the Nord Stream 1 sabotage, President Zelensky said that Russia will blow up something on their territory to accuse the Ukrainian side and to hit the gas pipeline that leads to Europe. But luckily, Europe already got enough gas in their storages, so don't worry, my friends in Europe, this winter will be okay for you. But not okay for Ukraine, because we're in lack of electricity, and it's the usual picture to see nowadays. Electrical cars are being charged with the help of the diesel or benzene generators. Checkmate, Elon Musk. New milestone for Ukraine. We already have 30 Gepard tanks in our army. They help us to fight against the Shahid drones and low-flying targets as helicopters and attack airplanes. Before we got reports that we were in lack of the ammunition for the cannons of those tanks, but now from the information we have, this problem have been solved. And this is the weather in Ukraine, my friends. Yes, we got snow, but it's not really cold. It's around 0 degrees centigrade. Temperature fluctuates from -3 up to 0. And yes, it's fantastic weather for the kids, and it's usual one for the late autumn. But late December and especially January, it's usually kind of cold here. Temperature may drop down to -20 sometimes. The deputy of our defense minister today in interview said that the war may be finished till the late spring 2023, and he said that we're gonna liberate Crimea in December. I do not believe that. The first train arrived today in Kherson, delivering around 200 passengers to that place. Awesome achievement of Ukrainians to liberate the biggest city that Russia was able to take from the beginning of this war. This city is not very big compared to other Ukrainian cities, but still it's very important for us. And our government tries to make lives of the people there as comfortable as possible during this war. The International Institute of War, which is in United States, said that there's going to be some of the new wave of the Russian mobilization still. Yes, I thought it would not be possible, but it seems like Russia has lots of the losses on the front lines, especially of the mobilized soldiers. That is why they are trying to put more cannon fodder to the front lines. As for Putin, he just wants to keep his power in Russia, and he doesn't care on the lives of the Russians. And if he would need to waste the lives of his soldiers, like millions, he doesn't care. He would like to do it. Even before this war, Russia had severe demographic problems, but now people are leaving the country, people are dying, and who dies? The most productive generation, young men. One more freak attended the missile test, the nuclear one, with his daughter. What are they happy about? It's just crazy. The world should get rid of the dictators like this Kim, like Putin, Iranian dictatorship, Belarus, of course. Some of the aviation story today happened in Peru. Just look at this Airbus A320neo. I'm the airline pilot, that is why I'm speaking about it. And it's been reported that this airplane hit the fire truck on a runway. Fire truck was not allowed to cross the runway, but after all, they tried to do it, and the airplane hit the fire truck with the right hand engine and also landing gear that collapsed. Somehow pilots kept the airplane under control throughout the roll, and some of the passengers sustained injuries. Two firemen in a truck lost their lives. One fireman is in critical state in a hospital. Great job from the crew keeping that airplane alive. As you can see, the other fire trucks arrived, eliminating the fire at the rear part of the airplane. It didn't burst into flames. As you can see, fuel spilled a little after the airplane stopped, but it was eliminated by the fire crew. And those guys who remained in other vehicles, they did their job very well, eliminating the fire of this airplane. And investigation is ongoing. Iran will help Russia to build drones on their territory. So they were blamed that they are sending those drones to the Russian side, but they decided to build some sort of the factory facility to build those jacket drones over there. Interesting. Russia wants to cause our air defense to collapse. That is why they are firing the rockets in a few waves, and they know that we are in lack of the rockets for some of our systems. And that's why I expect that we'll have more Western-made air defense systems that will have enough rocket supplies for them. Because Buk S-300, the ammunitions for them is very limited and already been taken from the Eastern Europe. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine, and now please check out the link in the video description below to grab the last opportunity to access the premium Atlas VPN for just $170 per month with lots of discounts, and I highly recommend you that service. This is the best one. My friends, I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.